It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first is the dancer, and he'll be facing King Ryan Garcia. 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighed in at 129 pounds, his reach 70 inches.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach, use that long jab. Do it that way, you'll be safe all night.
First up, the dancer from the United Kingdom. Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Some of the fastest hands in all of boxing.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United Kingdom, wearing the orange trunks, trimmed with black, the dancer. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Close the door, close the curtains. This is it. Let me enjoy myself right now.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Straight right just misses. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Where was the defense? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way to the finish.
And the kid goes down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
are gone, but some... And there's the bell for round 2. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Catch and shoot. He blocks that right hook. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
That hook's blocked. Straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. That jab doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. That uppercut doesn't get through. It's bombs away. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fighters can do that.
Good counter punch. Just missed with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs. And there's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They miss with the jab. With that jab. counter shot lands. Nice job blocking the left hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment, there's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Stamina is off the charts. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They both want the knockout. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Beautiful counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's the bell for round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? And finally couldn't take anymore. And down goes Garcia. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again.
best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. I've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's been. Here comes round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. How about that time counter shot? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. A swing and a miss with the left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. And we enter the 8th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in the guess.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab won't score. Punch caught him clean. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The straight right just misses. Heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Cardio was put in for this fight. And there's the bell for round 9. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
flashes after that shot. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And that jab just missed with the left hand. And he misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on. It's round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's a counter shot. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That uppercut just missed. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Holding nothing back here in the round. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Couldn't land that jab. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That left hook misses. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And the referee's going to allow him to fight. The straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it. There's the bell for round 12. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The jab not finding its target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That jab misses. And the kid goes down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
A shot from the gods took him out.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody